Right, welcome back to the YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be walking you through 3 things that you need to consider when you're setting up your client check-in process. But before we dive in, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. So I know that you're used to seeing somebody else sat in this seat, but the reason I'm doing this video instead of Steve is because I'm in charge of FBU's coaching team. I'm Lewis, and moving forward, you're going to be seeing a lot more of me. Anything coaching related is going to be coming through me now. And my job is to make sure that you are the best coach possible for your clients. I've been an online coach for just over 3 years, and in that time, I've worked with well over 500 people, both in a one-to-one and a group setting. So I've got a fair bit of experience. As you'll probably already know, the check-in process is really, really important. It's where you'll do most of your coaching with your clients. So it's important that you spend quite a bit of time actually putting that process together, figuring out how you want to deliver it, figuring out what you want to get for it, but most importantly, making sure that it is based around your clients so you can increase their level of results. Now, the first thing that I want you to consider when you're going about setting up a check-in process is this relevant for my client? There's so many different ways to deliver check-ins. What I want you to make sure that you're doing is not doing something just because you've seen a load of other coaches doing it online, okay? So, in your check-in process, the questions that you ask need to be based on the things that you need to get to deliver results for your clients, okay? And what I mean by that is, if you are dealing with a specific type of client, which you should be, a niche, right? And helping them on a specific problem, which you should be, the questions should reflect that. Now, let me give you an example, okay? If you're dealing with lifestyle clients that are wanting to improve their relationship with food and be able to eat out and spend time with the family, you don't need to be asking for things like heart rate variability, resting heart rate, all that sort of stuff. Just because you've seen some fancy coach doing it online doesn't mean you have to do it too. What I would do is sit down and figure out exactly what the main issues are for my clients, not overall overarching issues, the week-to-week things that they run into. What are the obstacles that they face? What do we need to get over to make sure on a week-to-week basis that they can stick to the plan and make progress, okay? So by doing that, figuring out those issues, then start to plug in questions to help you get the information that you need. There will be certain questions that are probably going to appear on every single type of check-in process, right? So things like weight, measurements, all that sort of stuff, maybe progress pictures if that's your thing, wins and struggles. But outside of that, it should be relevant and it should be unique to your type of clients. The second thing that you're then going to consider, once you've got your check-in form, questions, however you deliver it to them, is how you then deliver that feedback. There's a load of stuff out there at the minute about what feedback is best. In reality, the best feedback for your clients is the one that they can receive and understand, okay? There are still great coaches out there. People knock it all the time. There are still great coaches out there that do written feedback. There are still great coaches out there that do WhatsApp voice notes, Loom recordings, Zoom actual calls. It doesn't really matter. It's got to be based around your clients and what they will benefit from. In my opinion, the gold standard, if you can accommodate this, is to actually give your clients an option, okay? So maybe having a question in your check-in form of, how would you like your feedback to be delivered this week, right? Examples could be, you could have adjustments only, so where you go in and make any changes to their plan and just leave it at that. You could have voice note, you could have a full Loom recording, or you could even, and should even, in my opinion, have the option to book in a quick 5 to 10 minute conversation, right? Whether that's Zoom or a phone call doesn't really matter, but you will find that there are some issues that you are better off just jumping on and having a conversation rather than you reading whatever they put in their form and then sending them your feedback, your opinion on it, and hoping that they take everything that they need from that. There are going to be some issues where you probably are going to have to jump on a call with them to get to the bottom of it, okay? The final thing that I want you to consider is the frequency of check-in. Now, what I mean by that is, again, you'll have seen online, weekly check-in, monthly call, right? The gold standard being daily check-ins. That's not a full check-in form every single day. That's reaching out and touching base with your clients Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday, if you want to work like that, okay? What that is going to enable you to do is it's going to enable you to nip any problems in the bud before they start to arise. If you deliver feedback to somebody on a Monday and they hit a bit of an obstacle on a Wednesday and you've not checked in with them until the following Monday, that could be 4 to 5 days of them continuing doing the thing that they're doing, which could be pretty damaging to their results, okay? So by checking in with them every single day, Yes, it's a little bit more work on a day-to-day basis, but what you'll find is that when you come to do your weekly check-in, that will be much shorter because all of those issues you've already jumped on top of and you've already dealt with. It'll increase adherence, which over time will increase the level of results, which again, as we know, are great for you building your business. Final bonus tip. If you keep getting asked the same questions in your check-in forms, or you've got clients that keep hitting the same obstacles in your check-in forms, my recommendation would be to then go away and create some sort of resource so you can refer clients to that in the future. Again, this is going to save you a ton of time. So if you've got a client that comes in, asks a question on a certain thing, next week, two more questions from two more different clients about that same thing. Rather than just continuously parrot style repeating the information to every single client that you've got, create just a 2-3 minute video with a pre-recorded answer so that next time you get asked that question, you can say, oh, actually, we've got a video on that already. Go and watch this and then come back to me if you need any further help. That's going to save you a load of time moving forwards. I know this can be a bit of a minefield. So if you're just getting started out and you feel a little bit lost with it, we've put together a template that you can use to base your check-ins on. All you've got to do is jump on Instagram and message us at Fitness Business Uni with the word check-in and we'll get that sent across to you.